What's going on, guys? Johnny here. Welcome to another live stream day trading session. Guys, the markets are insane. They pulled up, they broke above this yellow descending pattern here, and as soon as it broke out, it pushed all the way up to 490 and 88 cents. Again, last time it went to 490 and 91 cents. And now it pushed all the way up to 490 and 88 cents, getting rejected again. So now we're going to see, do these support levels hold, or are we going to get some more selling pressure today? So very excited to have you all here. Market opens in just a few minutes, and we're going to get a better understanding of overall direction in just a few minutes. Okay, market opens in about 6 minutes, so we're giving it a little bit of time to breathe here and kind of get set up. And with that said, we are going to check out our stream quality. Looking good, looking really good. All right, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Today is Thursday, May 8th, 2025. And the markets will be opening very soon indeed. Sharing our link. Make sure everyone is aware we are live. Bitcoin also is at an insane level here. Bitcoin is about to touch $100,000. Yeah, that is correct. Bitcoin is going to hit that $100,000. It is above that moving average for the first time in quite some time. Right, links are getting shared. We have our Investing for Beginner community private group on Facebook with 70.3 thousand members. Definitely consider joining. And if you haven't yet, join our free Discord. First link in the description below and the pinned comment in the comment section. That'll give you lifetime access, and it is 100% free. All right, Bitcoin looking good. Mara pushing up from 13 to 14, $1 per share. Very nice. Tempest from 48 to 60. Jeez Louise, what a move by Tempest. VIX index is around 23, 24, so very low, not a lot of volatility. Remember, when it's above 40, that means there is higher volatility. SPY did get to 568 exactly before getting rejected. So we got somewhat of like this double top deal going on here. And like I said before, we had lower highs taking effect, and then it broke out on that secondary attempt here, and that's what gave it that momentum to ride up. Now we're just kind of selling off right now. We could be selling off for the majority of a couple days, even though there is talk with the first trade deal going down with the UK. So I'm very curious as to exactly what that leads. What does that bring us in this new period? So 3 minutes until the market opens. Again, markets are looking very bearish. I would have loved to get it on SQQQ, but we're going to wait for the break. If it can't break above the moving average and hold, then I'm not even going to bother, because this could push up and then get rejected off of that moving average. Okay, if it gets above the moving average for SQQQ, again shorting the market, we can see, you know, upwards of 5 to maybe 7%, 5 to 6.5% today. Should have bought lower, right? We were getting in at $28 to where it is now, already up about 50 cents. So nothing too crazy, but we don't want to get a quick change in direction, considering how bullish technically the market's been over the last basically 2 weeks, right? It's still bullish. It's up 14% or $61 in 14 days. So Are we going to get a nice sell-off here? Because we are on the daily. We're still below that moving average here. I need to get rid of some of these lines, to be honest. And we will. We're going to clear up some of these lines as soon as they're not validated anymore. News today would be that, of course, let's see here. What I just said about Trump, potential first negotiation deal with the UK on tariffs. And then we got, let's see, trading tools, real economic calendar for today. Continuing jobless claims came out better than expected, slightly. Initial jobless claims came out better than expected. I could actually bring this over to you guys. Watch your eyes. Watch your eyeballs. There we go. Non-farm productivity, lower than expected or worse than expected. Unit labor, better than expected. 30 minutes until wholesale inventories. And the one that's going to, have the most volatility would be the 30-year bond auction, Atlanta Fed GDP, and the Fed's balance sheet later on today at 1 o'clock and 4:30. Hope that helps. Earnings today would have been, whoops. Uh-oh. Hold on here. Technical difficulties. Market is open. And it is selling off. We're still good here? Yeah, we're still good. Any news? Gold view. Pull this over here. And we're looking at, is that for April? That's for April. Here we go. Thursday, Peloton, Shopify, and Conoco report earnings this morning. Tonight will be Trade Desk, Coinbase, and Marathon, SoundHound, DraftKings. Okay, market is officially open. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Are we going to continue to push up and bounce, getting above 490 today? Struggling to get above 489.50. 487.40. Guys, also have a video talking about Palantir crashing after good earnings. Definitely go check out that video. I also have a video on the FOMC meeting today and what to expect. Check that out. That was yesterday's video. And check this out. Stock market rally short-lived. QQQ got rejected at 490. And this was a week ago at this 490. And now it's getting rejected again at 490. So 490 seems to be a very strong resistance for QQQ. SPY also selling off today. I want to see a big sell-off, guys. I want to be able to buy into SQQQ. I think that'd be awesome. But I'm only going to buy into it if it continues to sell off. If we don't get a sell-off here and we end up getting a bounce, then obviously we're going to want to buy into TQQQ on this bounce here. Okay, so waiting to see what happens, being patient here on the 5-minute candle. Waiting to see what happens. Yeah, it was crazy. Our power was out this morning. I was laying in bed and um everything got quiet. I'm like, why is everything so quiet all of a sudden? It was weird. The fan turned off. I could hear the birds outside all of a sudden. And I was like, dang, what's going on? And sure enough, power was out for the whole town, the entire town of like 10,000 people or something, maybe less. We're out of power at 6 o'clock this morning until about 7, something like that. It was like an hour, 7:05, an hour with no power. It was crazy. It looks like we're possibly getting a bounce here. Possible bounce at 487.50. See if we make lower lows, or do we start getting signs of support? Now, this was a previous resistance. I will say that it was a previous resistance from yesterday, which could give it that reason to hold support right here. Okay, it's below that moving average on the 5-minute now. My alerts don't appear to want to go off. Here we go, big green candle. We're going to see if we get that fake out here, or if it's going to continue to sell off. I think it's going to continue selling off, but I'm usually wrong. So when I say that, I should go opposite. Like, I think it's going to sell off, so it's probably going to recover. Seeing some consolidation here. That'd be a beautiful new move too, from 59 to 60. It's like 2%, dollar per share. Doesn't mean it has to though. It could continue to sell off. We also don't want to miss this wave either, because if we buy it halfway and it goes up, that's not very good either. Okay, getting rejected here. Could still see a lot of selling pressure with SQQQ. Okay, it looks like it might want to try to recover. This is usually where I'd be buying in for that dip here. It looks like it wants to. I'm gonna wait, guys. Hold on. I'm gonna wait off for a second. Because if this continues to get rejected, there's no point. It's a nice oversold reversal, potentially. It's oversold. It's touching this moving average, which validated plenty of times of it being bullish. I think that's what everyone's looking at right now. They're looking at the fact that it is bullish. Okay, we're going to buy 10 at 50 at 60. No, maybe not. Okay, so we're going to buy 10 shares at 58.99. And of course, it's going to get rejected. See what happens. I'm going to buy some SQQQ as well. Probably dumb to do, but I could technically go long on QQQ or TQQQ, right? Especially if it does this bounce. But if it sells off and SQQQ begins to go up, guess either way it doesn't really matter, does it? I could have waited for better confirmation. Still holding 58.76. We're going to need to see more of a sell-off. Okay. It is getting that second leg down. Means SQQQ is pushing up. Okay, TQQ trying to push up. We'll see what happens. Tesla pushing up today, 279 to 286. Oh my gosh. Big push for Tesla. Holy moly. Google selling off. Costco pushing up. Netflix selling off. Meta above resistance level. AVGO broke resistance. Amazon broke resistance, coming back down. Nvidia up to 120. Beautiful. Beautiful move by Nvidia. Super overbought on the day, selling off. Apple selling off. Microsoft right there at that resistance level, just can't seem to get above that 440. Looks like, what was it, 430, 440, 439.50, and then pushed up very nicely. Look at that. A lot of resistance there. We'll see how SQQQ does. TQQQ pushing up, right? This is nice. Can it make new highs, or is it going to continue to get rejected here? There we go. Slight push. Yo, I like the hat. Ever thought about shirts too? Yeah. Yeah, I want to get into selling them to you guys, making them available to you all. But still working out some of that. I'm a one-man show, so I either need to hire somebody and pay them money or find someone to do it out of the kindness of their heart until we make profits with another service like that, e-commerce, or just learn it all on my own. But that's the plan, to sell hats and shirts for day traders and investors. I even wanted to do mugs and mouse pads, because you guys know I always have my coffee cup with me. I don't today because the power is off, so we have yet to make any coffee um, as of right now, but I think it'd be a cool idea. Good morning. Good morning. So I thought it'd be cool just to run 10 shares of SQQQ and then 10 shares of TQQQ just for fun. Just to kind of see what happens and then add to the one that's more beneficial. Not the best thing to do. We should wait for direction. But I thought direction was in my favor here. And it bounced right back up. So SQQQ got above for just a moment, right? Which is fine. But then quickly changed with TQQQ. So TQQQ pushing off of that 45 EMA on the 30-minute and possibly even the 200 moving average on the 5-minute. So trying to hold above that level, but having a hard time doing so. A lot of consolidation though. So whenever there's consolidation, it usually means there's going to be some kind of a possible break above or break below. Do you guys see all this consolidation here? A lot of consolidation, and then it broke above, fake out, came down, fake out, and then pushed up. So we could technically see that happen here. It's either going to consolidate and push up or consolidate and push down. I'm down for the coffee mugs. I definitely cop a shirt. Nice. Nice. Yeah, and it's not going to be like super expensive either. I'm thinking like, you know, I can make it all under $20 each. That'd be cool. You know, $15, $20 hat, $15, $20 shirt. You know, mouse pads probably the same because they're the larger mouse pads. But definitely. I think sellers holding off for a Trump meeting at 10. Okay, so in like 15 minutes. Hood testing 53. Let's take a look. Oh yeah. Yeah, very nice. Wow. Beautiful push up. Okay. Levels are looking interesting, right? Kind of got some resistance levels going on there a bit. Definitely right there around. Yep, definitely. A lot of resistance here. I'm thinking short on this one, maybe. We'll see what happens. QQQ still holding, guys. Still holding above that support level, which is insane right now. But it is holding. I am down a nickel on my SQQQ. And TQQQ, I'm down about $1.50, so nothing too crazy. Also, for all of you watching, I will be starting a $1,000 growth challenge with dividends specifically. I know that's something we did in the past that I'd like to do again for all of our new subscribers. I know some of you guys aren't necessarily interested in day trading, and I know probably the majority of people that aren't on this live stream are more interested. The ones that are here today that are watching are more interested in day trading. That's great. You guys are awesome. But the ones who are not, and majority of my channel, we have over 7,000 subscribers, and most of it is about monthly paying stocks. So by transitioning to, thank you. Thank you. My beautiful wife brought me some coffee, guys. And today's mug is New York. They got the Chrysler Building, the Empire State Building, the Statue of Liberty, Times Square, and the World Trade Center. You guys remember that? It's a little close. But yeah. And black. I've been drinking my coffee black lately. Anyways, so I really want to do that $1,000 growth challenge. We can make 11-12% a year on any money you invest. So if it's $1,000, you're making 110 to 120 bucks. If it's 10 grand and you want to follow along with the challenge, you can make $1,200 a year. That's $100 a month. And of course, if you have more money, you probably already know what dividends are and how to invest in it. So yeah, with that $1,000 growth challenge, we're going to give you weekly updates on price action. So I'm thinking Saturdays would be a great day to just kind of hang out and go over price action. QQQ selling off. It is official. They are selling off now. SQQQ pushing up. See what happens. How far down can this go? SQQQ pushing up slightly. How low can this go, as they would say? And then with that weekly price action updates on my shares, now I'm thinking about owning about 10 stocks. 10 stocks, 100 each. I may even add 2 more to make it $1,200 challenge. I'm not too sure yet, but I know 10 stocks for sure, $100 each, and we're going to track them throughout the year, especially now that the market's extremely volatile and choppy like this. There's opportunities to buy cheap, right? There's opportunities to buy some of these shares cheap. And then monthly, we're going to do our monthly dividend payouts. So every month, once a month, we'll do an update video on any payments I receive on dividends in that account challenge. I think it's a great way for anyone to start, maybe follow along with me. And again, if you don't have $1,000 to start, you can literally just start with like $100 or maybe even just one company and one share of a company for like $10 or $20, right? You can follow along with any amount is what I'm trying to say. So if you guys are interested, definitely show the channel some support and subscribe. Smash that like button. Okay, finding some consolidation here. That's looking a little weird, right? We're up almost 1% on SQQQ. Not much. I do believe the market can sell off even more. Also, guys, if you notice, I didn't go full size on these positions. This is exactly my thought process, okay? If I went full size in a short and this recovered, not only would I have either broke even and taken a loss, but I would also not have any more day trades. That means if this were to recover, I couldn't take the other side, or if it began to sell off, I couldn't get back in. When you have a cash account, you can only use the buying power available for the day. And although it takes one day to settle, so if I used, $1,000 yesterday and I used $1,000 and it settled and then I used $1,000 today, that's fine. But if I use $1,000 this morning and then I want to buy something later on this afternoon, I won't be able to because I don't have buying power. So what I'm doing now is splitting them up. I'm doing like 10 shares, about $500 to $600 ish. I think this one's around 300. So, nice, like I'd say for about $500 tops, right? 500-600 on a position size. And then that still gives us opportunity to take multiple trades. So then I could have 5 day trades on a $2,500 account compared to one big day trade of $2,500, right? Because we're not perfect. I'm not going to predict the direction of the market every time perfectly, right? I make mistakes too. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Does TQQQ continue to sell off? Now, what's great about this, here's another cool thing, okay? QQQ overall is bullish, right? We have these tendencies where it pushes up. Now, I'd love to start buying TQQQ down here at 390s, 400s, 450s, 480s, whatever. Of course, I didn't, right? We're day traders. We're not long-term investing on this account. Now, we are going to start a long-term investing account, with dividends, and then maybe I'll even start one with growth companies. Let's do a $1,000 growth challenge with Apple and Microsoft and Tesla, Amazon, Meta, Netflix, stuff like that. Maybe growth companies, not necessarily paying dividends. Some of them pay dividends, but doesn't necessarily mean they have to for that specific challenge. That'd be interesting to see. Okay, markets are continuing to sell off. My point, okay, I got a little sidetracked here. My point is when you invest in TQQQ, if you are investing, you can buy at any level because the markets are going to recover. Even if they come all the way down to $55 today, if I were to hold this and it swinged back up to 60 tomorrow, well, then I'd be in the money, right? Because it's above my share price. Now, would I do the same thing with SQQQ? No, because SQQQ is shorting the market. It's overall been bearish. And whenever the market goes up over time, of course, SQQQ goes down. As you can see, SQQQ has been on a downward descent ever since, right? Because why? Markets always go up, always. If a market was constantly negative, no one would invest in it. If the markets were constantly going down, no one would ever want to invest in it, right? So that's what's kind of cool about that too. I don't mind holding some TQQQ. It'd be like me buying into Nvidia or Apple or Microsoft, any of these really good solid companies that can bounce. Does it mean it's going to happen a day? No. Is TQQQ safer of an investment? Yes. TQQQ would be a safer investment because it goes up over time. Johnny, should I go long on gold? Do you think it will go up to 33.90? Man, everything's overbought right now. Okay, I want you to understand that. QQQ hitting overbought levels again at 490 right now. SPY can't get above 568 right now. It's just constantly getting rejected at 568. QQQ constantly getting rejected at 490. It's not a like if it gets rejected, or I'm wondering why it got rejected. It is getting rejected. You can see the rejections here, here, and now here. Plenty of rejections at 490. So the market does not want to recover above 490 right now. Same thing with Bitcoin. Same thing with gold. Bitcoin wants to get above 100,000, but it can't. It's having trouble. It's having trouble getting above it. 99,936 was the high for Bitcoin today. So for whatever reason, everything is now correlated. And I hate to say it, everything's correlated. The only thing that doesn't really make sense would be gold. And it does make sense, right? Because gold, on gold barracks gold, right, it's getting to about $20 and getting rejected. Okay? Doesn't want to get above 2019. So I believe everything is super overbought, super overextended. Everyone's hopeful. There's a lot of hopium. You guys ever heard of that? Hopium? Like opium, but hope? There's a lot of hope. There's a lot of hope in the market right now. Everyone wants the market to recover because a lot of people are invested. They're not day trading like me and you. They're invested heavily at probably overbought levels. And now a lot of these people's position sizes are down maybe 20% still, maybe 40% still. I'd be pretty scared too if I owned Apple. If I owned Apple at 248. Wouldn't you? If I owned Apple at 250 and it sold off 32% in about a month, I'd be pretty scared. How about the recovery? You're down 32%, recovers, you're still down 14%. I mean, come on, you're not going to sell there anyways. Recovers again, still doesn't get above. And look at it now, selling off again. So you're still down 20% if you bought Apple at those all-time highs. And this is why I do not like to hold positions overnight. This is why I am very picky about the companies I choose to put into my long-term investment accounts. Okay? I have multiple accounts. You could have multiple brokerages. You'd have 4, 5, 6, 7. You could have 10 brokerages, right? Now, back in the olden days, you probably only had 1 or 2 because of fees and not, accessibility wasn't quite there. But you can have multiple brokerage accounts now. So as Apple gets cheaper, I'd love to pick up Apple. I would love to pick up some, possibly, well, not necessarily Nvidia. I thought about it at once, but I'm thinking Apple. And I'm thinking maybe even Amazon. I wouldn't mind Tesla, right? A little bit more risky. But no, to answer your question, I really don't see gold going up right now. Even since we're talking, it's got rejected. I think everything's going to trade horizontally for a while. Here we go. That sell-off coming back up to that support level here, which means my SQQQ would have been better off selling here, locking in $1, but it's $1 nothing, guys. $1 nothing. And that's also what happens when you separate your money as well, right? Because now I have less money to buy here. And we're not even sure if the markets are going to continue to recover. They can literally get rejected and begin to sell off again. They don't have to recover. What do you like for long term? Anything out of the ordinary, Mag 7 and so on? Just doesn't seem like it's able to get above. Microsoft having trouble getting above its resistance level. Still, all week it has not been able to get above its resistance. Apple is now at a support level and selling off. Nvidia selling off. Amazon at resistance, selling off. AVGO at a new high. We got a new high for AVGO, 210. But now this is going to act as a support. Oh, undo. Trump's going to speak at 10. So we got one more minute and Trump speaks. We're going to get a lot of volatility in about a minute, guys, okay? Whether it makes sense or not, it's going to be very interesting to see. I think I'm going to get out of my SQQQ position right here. I'm going to lock in $1, guys. I got one whole dollar today. Yeah. Oh, man. Trump's going to come on and he's going to say, now is a great time to buy. And then the freaking stock market's going to pump like 50% or something. Watch. I'm just kidding. But it did do that previously. Where was the date? Where was the date? The date right here. Trump said something. He tweeted something and it went up like, what is that, 11% off a tweet? It went up 34%. 34%. So it went up 11% for QQQ. Isn't that nuts? Went up 11% in a single day, guys. Because of Trump. Here we go. Doesn't mean it has to. Let's see. I could probably even bring it up. Let's see if we could bring up a live session of Trump speaking. There we go, pushing up. I'm glad I got out of SQQQ, and it was dumb to even get in it. You know what I mean? It's so oversold from 490s to here. That was the move, right? SQQQ, that was the move. From 28 to 29, it was $1 per share. You couldn't ask for more, right? You couldn't ask for more. QQQ pushing up. We're just going to hold our 10 shares. I'm not adding to any. We have the money to, but I'm not going to. There's no point. No point adding right now. White House UK trade deal announcement. Let's see what he says. What he says about it. Anybody have a live stream of it? Trump revealed first trade deal, UK details. Let's see. I don't really like this guy, but let's I'm gonna take a look anyways. Let's see. There we go, pushing. Waiting for Trump. Nice. Markets are recovering. Oh, okay, here we go. I found it. You guys want to watch a little bit of it? No, I guess that's not it. Nope, that's not it either. Okay. I'm trying to find the live guys for Trump, so. Crazy, I literally closed $1 a second ago. Yeah, it's a little choppy for me. So like if it does sell off, yeah. But I can always get back in, right? That's kind of the cool part too. Like I need to understand that when I have a small position size and have multiple day trades now, I can get back in when there's confirmation. I don't have to hold and hope. Like I'm holding, I'm down, but it's my only trade, so I'm holding and hoping it doesn't break this level. And then it breaks the level, I can go long on the other side, don't because I don't have the money, and then when it retraces, go short again, and I can't because I don't have any money, right? So You know, the biggest thing for any day trader, if you want to take this serious, is getting your account over $25,000. If you can get your account over $25,000 and you can have unlimited day trades, it unlocks what I call a money glitch, to where now you can literally be scalping, right? You could scalp this one little green candle, make a few $100s, scalp this one, scalp this one, scalp this one, and you can make hundreds and hundreds of day trades. Now that's where like over trading comes in, and takes effect as well. But I mean, imagine taking a trade and it goes against you, you get out of it, and then you get back in, double down, triple down on the next trade because you know it's going to work, and you make a ton of money, right? With a cash account, it's hard to do because you're limited on cash, and on a margin account, you're limited to 3 day trades in a 5 day period. So I mean, you could have 20 grand in a margin, but you're still only going to get 3 day trades. You could have 20 grand in a cash account, but if you have one $20,000 trade, you're done for the day. And you could split that up into $4,000 or $5,000 trades, into 10 one, into $21,000 trades. Help says, I'm at 20K. It is a glitch. That's freaking awesome, man. Help, let's get together. I want to talk a little bit more with you about how you got to that level, how long it took, and if there's any tips you can offer to any of us new people here in our live stream. Okay, QQQ, it is selling off, still getting rejected. Still getting rejected, but let's see if we see anything new on Trump. And it could be a very bear market today. It really could. Could be a bear market. Let's see. Trump announces the first trade deal. Nvidia regulations reversed. Markets go green. That's all I'm seeing right now. I'm not really seeing anything for Trump. The Fed is in a panic. Trump signs orders live. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything for Trump right now, guys. I'm not seeing any live. Is it on the news? Like, okay, still getting rejected here. Okay, here we go. Trump set to announce trade deal with UK. 762 watching. 1,000 watching. Watch live as the United States and Britain announce a trade deal aimed at easing President Donald Trump's sweeping tariffs and delivering a political victory for UK Prime Minister. You guys want to check it out? It's right here. Let's see if I can make it a little bit better. There we go. So like nothing's happening right now. Trump's set to announce trade deal with UK, but I don't know. Are they playing music? I can't tell if they're playing music. Smash that like button for me, guys. We went from like what, 7 people to 3. So no music is being played. Nothing's actually happening. It's a good view of the White House, though, right? Little truck going by. Hmm. Markets are retesting that support level. I'm gonna keep this over here and see if we get anything coming out. SQQQ pushing back up, guys. Yeah, I sold at 28.99. Yeah, so it's up 10 cents. And that's another thing, right? Like, do I really need 10 more cents? Like, did I really want to try to force 10 more cents when it could have sold off a full dollar? You know what I mean? So, like, you got to think like that too. Know when to lock in profits and know when to cut your losses. Is below this support, which means it's not really a support level at all, right? Was not validated. So we can actually get rid of that. That's what's so cool about it, right? When it validates support, great. When it doesn't, get rid of it. The line is not necessary. You know, technically none of these lines are necessary, but I hope it doesn't look too chaotic either. 485.90 hasn't quite hit 485.90. I mean, obvious signs of rejection though. Do you guys see that here? Previous ones, like it tried to test and got rejected. Same thing here, getting rejected, came to test, rejected, came to test again, rejected. So, I mean, it is selling off, but could we see a recovery? A nice big green candle? Yeah, anything's possible. And again, I can buy more shares down at whatever level I want. If I want to buy down here, I can. We're just being patient right now. Possible key support level from pre-market session. Do you guys see that? Do you guys see that right there? 48. Stupid thing. Right here. Got some support at 58.35. We'll see if it holds. Doesn't have to, but we'll see. So still no announcements at the White House. There is a guy standing out there. Do you see that? There's a guy standing. But of course, I mean, they're not going to have it outside anyways. Yeah, you can see that guy right there. Just standing there. Probably smoking a cigarette. Yep, think he is. There's another guy just standing in the middle of the road. That's cool. There's a fence here, and there's a giant fence here. And here comes another security guy. We should just have a channel that does this. Just watches live streams around the world. I'm just kidding. QQQ making new lows. So, let's see. Down 1%. Just weird when it sells off. When it pumps, it sells off and pumps back up. Sells off and then pumps back up even higher than it did before. It did hit that 60 level. We're gonna wait. We're gonna hold here at 58 and see what happens at 58 on the 30-minute, right? See what happens here. Does it hold? Or does it get rejected? See, so SQQQ would have been a nice play up to that moving average, just like we stated. Another 30 cents. Not bad. Should have got back in. But yeah, 30 cents, it wouldn't be bad. Another add-on there. And for some reason my alert isn't going off, so we're just going to delete them. It's dumb for them to not go off. Unless you guys are hearing them and I'm just not hearing them. "30-minute testing." Beautiful curl though, isn't it? Beautiful curl. Same thing it did last week. pushed up to 490, came all the way back down to 484. Went from 484 up to 490, maybe back down to 484. 485, maybe that was where the bounce was. Very interesting. Still nothing with the White House, so I'm just going to turn off that live stream. Guys, we've been live for almost an hour. Is that crazy? Is that crazy? It's almost been an hour. Doesn't even feel like it. Oh. Hi, baby. Gene pushed his toy under the door. He's like, Dad, are you ever going to be done? I'm almost done. My cat has this little like toy that he just loves to play with. And he'll cry and he'll meow and he'll grab it with his like claw and his teeth and like pull it and it'll slingshot across the room. And just now I seen it slingshot under my door. And then you see his little paw like this trying to grab it and it's like 20 feet away. So I had to get up and help my cat. He loves that little toy. All right, well, it looks like overall direction of the market right now is bearish. Now we could see possible support range at 484 again, like it's been doing previously, which is interesting because it's actually trading within this small range here, right? If I were to take this off, well, I don't really want to take it off, but you can see that, right? 480 to 490. There's a $20 range, and sometimes it only goes to 484 and bounces up. And sometimes it hits 484 and goes down to 478, 480. So I'm gonna keep you guys all informed on this. If we stay above this moving average, we could see a nice spike up to 490. If it gets below this moving average and maybe that 484 support, we might see some more selling pressure. But just know the moving average at 485 and the support level at 484 can be strong areas of a reversal setup. Okay. So just waiting to see what happens with the market. I'll keep you guys all updated in our Discord. And if you guys enjoyed the live stream, do me a favor, smash that like button. It helps show your support, and I really do think it helps other people find this channel too. And also, if you guys want to learn more about that $1,000 growth challenge with dividends, and then possibly another one with growth stocks, we can do those. Okay, I'm excited. We're also going to be doing a 10K giveaway, and I'm going to give you guys the actual contest rules and giveaway rules, what you need to do in order to participate, how much money you could possibly win, and how I'm going to be able to get that money sent out to you. That's all going to be in this next monthly stock video, right? I'm making it now. It's in the works. And so we're going to be doing a 10K giveaway when we hit 10,000 subscribers. We're close. I think we just crossed over 7,300 or 7,400. We're getting, 20 to 50 new subs a day. So, I mean, we're getting hundreds and hundreds of new subscribers every single month on here. And we'll be crossing over that 10,000 subscriber mark very soon. Very, very soon. So, like always, appreciate you guys' time. Remember to smash the like button. Let's all try to end the year on a great note. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.